I'd kill the single socks company.
You're killing the single socks company.
I would marry the love letter
Going up in
the orbit.
Okay.
And then I'd date the robotic dog walker.
Volume up. चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया छैया छैया. What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. Come have a seat. Welcome, Akhilesh. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Good to see you, man.
Likewise. So let me safety first.
Yeah, safety first for sure. Really excited for this, man.
Yeah, man. Let's do this.
Let's do this. So this podcast called Honest Podcast. What we're planning to do is, trying to get a perspective about some verticals and going a little deeper, talking to the VCs, talking to founders, and now that's the reason we have the first episode here with Akhilesh, talking about deep tech today, and I think we'll go really deep into deep tech.
Right.
Yet make it fun, yet make it insightful, and and also sing some songs in between too, and figure out how deep he is as a person as well.
Okay.
I want to just talk very basic, very basic, deep tech. Matlab, there are a lot of words that can resonate a lot of things in people's mind. Deep tech is one. People think of it differently. I think you would know better. But just explain deep tech.
Okay, let me do this. Let me explain. Let me start off by explaining deep tech as I would to a 5-year-old.
Okay, yeah, that'll be crazy. Yeah.
So it's anything that makes the unimaginable possible.
Okay.
Whenever I, for example, evaluate a deep tech company, at first things seem as though they are magic, unless you start going deep into understanding what the technology actually is.
Yeah.
And then things unravel and become a bit more clearer than they were yesterday.
Okay.
As to how the technology really works.
Yeah.
And it's something that has the potential to change the world in a fairly short time frame.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what makes a good deep tech investment. Something that can change the world significantly and is yet close to commercializability.
Amazing. So you said it's like explaining to a 5-year-old. Any deep tech application in toys or something relevant for a 5-year-old that you've seen or come around?
Yeah, so take semiconductors for an example.
Okay.
Every toy also has semiconductors. And why is semiconductor deep tech? Because it's primarily based on material innovation.
Okay.
What does that mean? It means that folks a few tens of years ago were able to figure out that hey, silicon has the perfect atomic structure for it to be viable as a semiconductor. And that is why, and there was a ton of research and a lot of time dedicated to that research.
Yeah.
That yielded us products such as interactable toys today. The systems in your car, if you put your indicator down, why does the LED come on? It's all because of semiconductors.
Interesting.
So all of semiconductors,
I never thought that. So
exactly.
I'm using some deep tech here as well. Of course, I think car is a lot of deep tech. But is it fair to say for a layman that anything that takes a lot of research to make that magic happen is somewhere deep tech as well, right? Like a lot
what
of
is
research.
deep tech today probably is not going to be deep tech 3 or 4 years from now, because it's going to be a solved problem.
What is that one quality you look now that you've been a founder? I mean, different people look for different things, but what do you personally look? The first thing?
I think resilience.
Yeah.
The resilience to overcome overwhelming odds. That is something that founders struggle with on a daily basis. It can be heartbreaking news of not getting a grant, for example, that they've been working hard for a while.
Correct.
Or it can be a key employee leaving at a very inopportune moment.
Yeah.
Or it can just be that you've been in talks with an investor for a while and you think you're close, but then the investor comes back saying that hey, look, we need something more before we can invest in you.
Yeah.
So these are challenges that founders face on a daily basis. I have just scratched the surface of what one would face.
Yeah.
But a founder who can stare that in the face and be resilient to it and bounce back stronger on a daily basis. Hey, look, because the amount of stress that you have today is still going to be lesser than the stress you have tomorrow.
Yeah.
A founder that buys that, a founder that owns it, is one of the star founders in my books.
And interesting, how do you find that out? I mean, I know resilience, great quality, and these are very, very important things to have in the founder. But when you're talking to them and analyzing them, investing into them, how do you figure the resilience part?
So it's more to do with, at least for me, it's more to do with instinct.
Okay.
You spend enough time with the founder, and you kind of get to know a bit more about them, both from a professional side and a personal side. You hear the story, you understand the kinds of things that they've been through. You share your side of the story. They understand what you've been through, and that forms a natural instinct to whether or not a founder is, at least at this point in time, displaying that resilience and grit that I'd like to see before investing in them.
Got it. Let's grab some coffee.
Yeah. Hi, morning.
Hi, morning. What kind of coffee?
Black.
Like black coffee for him and cold coffee for me.
I'll have a black coffee iced, which is also cold coffee.
Yeah? You want to do that?
Yeah.
I think there are some places here that have now been offering, but it won't be as authentic, I think, as in Bangalore.
No.
Yeah?
मैंने यहाँ का idli, dosa, sambar खाया है. I don't think that's authenticity.
Obviously, the same thing like North India food in Bangalore. I think you don't get that good option apart from the chains that have spread, that are trying to standardize. But food...
I think standardizing across regions is still hard because the ingredients over here are far superior than ingredients that you get in the south.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Chalo, we'll head to the car and continue our carpool conversations over coffee.
Let's go.
Scuba and the VC ecosystem, now that you've said both are equally risky, what else is common?
I think the risk of death or the risk of things just not working out the way you expect it to.
Yeah.
And that is something that has luckily not yet happened to me in scuba.
Yeah. Hopefully not. Yeah.
but both are difficult things to do.
Yeah.
Scuba is both mentally and physically stressful.
Yeah, I would say about scuba diving and investing in general. What is the parallel? You talked about, the risk part, but what else? How can you draw parallel between the two?
I think it's both are very, very tangible, very real, and both are hard.
Yeah.
From physically as well as mentally exhausting. And also very stimulating at the same time. Yeah. Because every single time you either look at exploring investment in a new company or going on a new dive, both are absolutely new, and you take something away, you learn something new. Yeah. And you're always, in a high thrill or a high risk environment.
High thrill, high risk environment. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. So anybody doing scuba should look into investing, being a VC, or any VC should look into going for scuba for more learnings.
Not exactly transferable skills.
But we have a VC who does scuba diving, so now we can definitely say. But yeah, one person you feel dead or alive, if you have an opportunity to have dinner with, or just go out and meet, who would that person be?
I would love to meet this person called David Bowie.
Okay.
So he's a musician who achieved kind of fame, posthumously in a way. And one of his songs is a favorite song of mine. It's called Starman.
Starman.
Yeah.
We'll definitely listen to it in a bit.
But you would love to meet him as well. So I'd love to meet him because I'm also a musician. I learned how to play the piano a very long time ago.
This we didn't know.
I also play the guitar.
Yeah.
I admire the way at that time he was so far ahead of his time, and the kind of music he produced, a lot of people didn't understand.
Really?
But today he's perceived to be one of the greatest artists of that time. And that kind of goes back into deep tech, right? Yeah. Because oftentimes founders are way too ahead of their time.
Yes, and they're not. Tell us about a couple of your portfolios that have now building and that are impactful for the world?
So take this company for example, Zero Cow Factory. Invested in this company I think a few months ago, announced it a few months ago, and they are trying to create lab-based milk.
Okay.
But they start with the gene of a cow and they couple it with a yeast.
Okay.
They put that into a fermentation tank. They add in growth factors and other media such as sugars and carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And after the fermentation process, out comes A to beta casein.
Okay.
Now what that means is that you're able to effectively produce milk in the lab and not use the cow. But you're still using the cow gene, it is still animal source.
Yeah.
And what happens because of that is now you're able to minimize land use. You're not, you're going to be reducing land use by 99%.
Yeah.
Water usage by 99% that would have otherwise gone in the animal husbandry to rear all the cattle to get that milk.
Wow.
So now you're able to do all of this in the lab.
That's so cool. I feel like the Morty of Rick and Morty in new direction. You've seen the show?
Yeah, of course. I'm a fan of Rick and Morty.
Yeah? Why are you a fan? I want to know. I'm wearing a Rick and Morty shirt.
I noticed. No, I just love the bizarreness. Things are, it's fast moving, things are changing, and it really reflects. I think to an extent deep tech as well. Things keep moving so fast. There's research out every other day on the same topic that you've been reading about for the last couple of years.
Yeah, and there's so much science also in the show, right? They show it with humor, they show it with wackiness, but there's so much to learn also.
Science fiction, I'd say, more than science.
It is science fiction for sure, and very well done as well. So that's why I wanted to give a vote to Rick and Morty. I love the show, and now I know Akhilesh also loves the show. So great guys, honest great team. Whoever designed the Rick and Morty shirt,
well done.
Well done. We're doing the Karan Johar segment sort of.
Oh wow, okay.
We need some spice, some glamour, now that we have you. Deep tech is all, space tech and all. It's all glamour at the end of the day, right? But you talking about it should make it more glamorous. And some segments for sure. First is kill, marry, date.
Okay.
So 3 ideas, 3 made up ideas. I want to know which one you'll kill. Not even think about which one you'll marry. And which one would you date?
Sure.
Date would be, as an analogy, you will mentor the founder, not invest. Marry is you'll definitely invest. so let's do this, okay? So yeah, kill, marry, date. First option, marketplace to sell single socks.
Kill.
You have to hear all the 3, then you put it. The next one can be more worth killing. Second option, robotic dog walker. Something to do with deep tech. Something. Third is very interesting, my favorite. A rocket to send your ex's letters up in the orbit.
Okay.
So which one you kill, which one you marry, which one you date? I'll repeat again. A marketplace to sell single socks, a robotic dog walker, and a rocket to send your ex's letters and whatever stuff to the outer space so they keep going on.
I'd kill the single socks company.
You're killing the single socks company.
I would marry the love letter
going up in
the orbit.
Okay.
And then I'd date the robotic dog walker.
Oh, you'll date the robotic dog walker. Okay, interesting. Good choice. I love the third one as well. So I think we are on the same page. Rapid fire time. Come on, rapid. It has to be rapid.
Okay.
Quick. Favorite dish?
Paneer makhani.
Lovely. Favorite restaurant?
Kebab corner in Bangalore.
But let me put him on a spot. Big Chill here, the Italian place versus Toits.
Big Chill.
Big Chill, yes, we won. One each. Okay, Ola versus Uber.
Neither. Namma
Yatri. Okay, I need to try that. Blue Smart. They're a client, I need to plug that in. So, Swiggy versus Zomato.
Swiggy.
Why?
So I get fabulous discounts through my card.
Fabulous discounts. We lost that one, guys. Delhi CARNAAMA, Zomato and Swiggy. Obviously, biased opinion. But yeah, I mean, do we have more questions? Yes. We'll come to this in a bit. Now, the part that I'm really looking forward to in this rapid fire. Your favorite song. Now, okay, song is up. Our favorite song together. Doing it first time on camera, singing. I'm so looking forward to this. Jannat hogi असर हो इश्क की छाए। समझा? वॉल्यूम अप। चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया छैया छैया। सारे इश्क की छाव चल छैया छैया, सारे इश्क की छाव चल छैया। पाँव जन्नत चले चल छैया छैया, पाँव जन्नत चले चल छैया। चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 छैया।